Can I get 30% off of luxury chocolate with one simple trick? God, that's so clickbaity. But it's true. In short, the answer is yes, but let me walk you through how I got there. Hi, I'm Phil, and I'm a software engineer, so if your website does something a bit weird, I'm going to find out about it. Our story begins in December, when I went to visit the Christmas markets in Berlin. I love a Glühwein and a Bratwurst, but there's more than just sausage in Berlin. There's chocolate. I happened upon 3 chocolate shops on my travels, the first of which was Ritter Sport, you know, that funny square bar. I'll admit that I've only ever seen one flavour before, and only ever in corner shops, but here was an entire shop dedicated to it. They have a tasting station upstairs, and it was good. Needless to say, I bought a selection of flavours and can confirm they are great. The next shop I came to was Rausch Schokoladenhaus, which looks like everything you'd expect a classic German chocolate shop to look like, and it was magnificent, with fine chocolates and displays everywhere, including a massive central counter of individual chocolates. I picked up a Granada stick from here, and it was The last chocolate shop I came to was a place called Neuhaus.
We are Neuhaus.
Sorry, Neuhaus. A much smaller shop than Rausch, but still with a great selection and a little counter. I bought a salted caramel tablet here, and I remember this particular tablet was €5.50, and that's going to be relevant shortly because it's going to be Neuhaus that we'll be focusing on today. I'm the sort of person that likes to do a post-holiday Google, and that included looking up all 3 of these brands. You'll be sad to hear that although Ritter Sport have a couple of shops across Germany, they don't sell online. But they do distribute worldwide through other retailers, and colour me shocked when I saw a small selection of flavours available from various local supermarkets, including Tesco and Sainsbury's. Shows how long it's been since I set foot in a supermarket. Pick up one and give it a try. You won't be disappointed. And that name? Well, it turns out that the little square is designed to fit in a sports coat pocket. You know, a sports coat being a more casual blazer. Every day is a learning experience. Rausch are very much a family-run business, with their primary location being Berlin, though they do have an outlet shop by their factory elsewhere in Germany. Although they too don't have lots of shops, they absolutely do sell online to the whole world, and I tried it out and it was very good. I definitely recommend treating yourself from here. And so we come to Neuhaus. As it transpires, Neuhaus are quite a large brand with shops in premium locations all over the world. I'd actually walked past their original shop on a trip in January last year when I went to Brussels, but I completely missed it. In the UK and London specifically, you can find them in Heathrow Airport, Selfridges, Harrods, Covent Garden, Waterloo and St Pancras International, which I was passing through the other day. Like a typical Brit, I walked into Neuhaus and picked up exactly the same thing I'd bought in Berlin, a salted caramel tablet. This time though it was £6.80, which is definitely more expensive than €5.50. Now Neuhaus are a premium luxury chocolate brand. All of their chocolates are made in Belgium, so there's some logistical cost there. And St Pancras is a premium location, so the price is to be expected. Or is it? Back home I took a look at the website and saw the price online of the same tablet was £6.80. I love that. I can't begin to tell you how much it frustrates me when something costs a different amount in the shop than it does online. I'm looking at you, Just Eat. Still, I was curious to know how much this product now cost in Berlin. Had there been a price increase in the past few months? Finding this information from international websites can often be difficult, as they try to redirect you back to where they think you are. But Neuhaus has a premium website too, with highly accessible options at the bottom of the page to select from one of the countries they operate in, and which language you'd like to use. Happy product owner face. I selected Germany, and the site duly updated to show me the price. €6.60. So the price has definitely increased in the past few months, but that got me thinking, what are the prices in the other countries in this list? Very quickly I determined that the UK was the most expensive, and Belgium, where Neuhaus is from, is cheapest at €6.20. Now this makes sense to me because, as I said earlier, the logistics of getting a product from one country to another just make it more expensive. But then I noticed something. Shipping to 20 European countries. An odd statement to have on a dedicated country website, I thought. I clicked through and saw a list of all the countries they deliver to. This got me thinking. Back on the product page there was another statement. Free shipping as from €60. I went back to the product page and sorted it by price descending to find the most expensive product they sold, a €98 box of chocolates, or bulletin, if you will. I added this to my basket and removed the tablet. Duties and customs charges included. Free shipping. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I click Proceed to Checkout and I'm asked to sign in or check out as a guest. I continue as a guest and there it is, a little drop down with Belgium pre-selected. This is where it's going to kick me back to the UK, obviously. Or so I thought. Changing that to the UK and, well, that was unexpected. Home delivery UK for €0? I put my details in and clicked Continue. The next page asked for my card details, still seemingly fine to send me this €98 product. Now, this seems wrong to me. It doesn't seem right that you'd have a different price in the UK, but you'd send from another country in a local price. What about logistics, customs, taxes, or even local market pricing? Maybe this product just happened to be the same price in the UK and the website was clever enough to realise that. I went back to the homepage, changed my country to United Kingdom, and then back to the basket. £120. Now that is considerably more expensive than €98, and that's when I knew it had to be a mistake. So, like the good little software engineer I am, I emailed Neuhaus to point out my findings. They replied the next day, and as you'd expect, they said, price variations between countries are the result of differing logistical and administrative cost structures associated with each delivery destination. These may include differences in storage, packaging, labelling, delivery, and country-specific VAT rates. All of this makes perfect sense. They then said, thanks so much for pointing out this issue you found. Except they didn't. They actually said, we can confirm that this is not a defect or technical issue. As a company, we place great importance on complying with regulations of the single market and geo-blocking guidelines, and we strive to implement them fully. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like we may have had some crossed wires, like the gravity of the situation hasn't been fully understood. Or maybe I was being told that actually, the regulations are a bit weird and what you're seeing is perfectly normal. But that then wouldn't explain the statement about logistics. Perhaps actually there was some process beyond the card details page that would realise what was happening and block the transaction. Not a great user experience, but that might make sense. The QA part of my brain started firing and decided there was only one thing for it. I was going to have to test it. So I did what any normal person would do. I grabbed the HTML for both the Belgium and UK versions of the site, threw them into Visual Studio Code, used some regex to reduce them to the product names and prices, threw that into Excel, made a column showing the conversion from euros to pounds from the Belgian prices, and another column to show how much of a difference in price that represented. That is what a normal person would do, right? It shows the biggest pricing difference amounts to 31.73%, the smallest 3.74%. I then went through every product they sold to familiarise myself with them, adding columns for weight and price per gram, and highlighting specific products that I would actually buy. I would have quite liked to have tried a Baloutin, but they all have coffee chocolates and I don't do coffee. I then added a selection of those to my basket, €70.80 worth, or £74.30 from the UK version, went beyond the card details page, and on the confirmation page, clicked the Pay Now button. All sorts of alerts started going off. Thank you for your order. You've spent £61 on your credit card. Your order is confirmed. I was still half expecting this to fail at some point. Somebody in the back office or warehousing would see what had happened and would have cancelled the order. I emailed Neuhaus again, thanking them for pointing out that it wasn't a defect, but also stating that I had just placed an order in euros. I also pointed out a couple of copy defects that I'd found whilst browsing through their catalogue. Truffles spelt ruffles on one page, and some dark orange appearing as null. I thought they'd reply, oh my goodness, we see what's happened now, thanks so much for bringing this to our attention. And do you know what actually happened? Thanks. My order arrived. Now I don't expect there to be a sudden rush on Neuhaus. Even with this quirk, they are still premium, luxury chocolates and priced to match. But it's definitely something to think about, isn't it? Would you believe me if I told you this wasn't my first time ordering a product from a retailer who has a website in this country, but I got it for less ordering it from their website in another country? It was Amazon. Ordered a Lego set from Amazon.de for 50% off the UK price. Strangely, the tracking started in Italy. But honestly, 50% off of Lego is unheard of. Next time you buy something online, it's well worth checking to see if other countries' versions of the website you're on will sell it to you for less. I hope you enjoyed this and found it useful, and if you did, maybe I'll see you again. Until then, order some chocolate, and good luck! Which one of these shall I eat first?